Hey all, welcome to Tuesday with Pastor Dan. As you can see, I do not have my normal Tuesday outfit on. Apparently I've been wearing the same shirt on Tuesdays for about 3 or 4 weeks, and I just caught it. But in all seriousness, I want to talk about this book. Well, you can tell what that is, right? That there's Bible. I had a professor in seminary said if it doesn't flop, it's not a real Bible. As a joke, but in seriousness, I want to talk about this book and how we read it, how we use it, how we approach it. I think we have relegated it and taken the power out of it in some ways by treating it as a book of answers. We treat it so often as, well, I'll just go find the answer. And so we go to it seeking a very specific thing or very one-sided thing. We can find it and we can use it to then defend or use it as data towards an argument or whatever, right? It's like we treat it as a bibliography versus something else. And I think that's unfortunate because that leads us to worship the book and not what the book points towards. We are not Bible worshipers. We are Jesus worshipers, and Scripture is the invitation to follow Jesus. Scripture is the invitation into the greater story. Scripture is the book of paradox and conflict and struggle and depth that brings us towards who Jesus is. It's an invitation to journey. It's not just an answer book. It's not just, we'll find answers in it. We'll find hope and joy, and we'll find comfort and grace and all of those things. I'm not denying that. But it's when we solely treat it as a place to find the answers that we want to get that it becomes dangerous. Because, see, the first thing that this book does when we approach it, the sacred texts do, is they humble us. They humble us because we have to struggle. We have to strain and dive in when we really go to it, and it is a hard thing to do. The Bible is a book filled with conflicts and paradoxes and history and spirituality and contradictions, and it is precisely in learning our struggle with those things in it that we grow. We don't grow by avoiding that. We don't grow by not dealing with the hard things. And I promise you, there are some really hard things in here. Some tough things. Some calls to action. Some texts of terror and stories that make us cringe. And we have to struggle with them. This at its core is a love letter and an invitation. It's not a weapon. There's a great scene in the movie Saved where a girl throws a Bible. She's the very, very Christian girl. She throws a Bible at another girl, and she said, the Bible is not a weapon." And it's true. This is not a weapon to be used against people who view the world or function in the world different than us. But it is our invitation. It is Jesus walking along, meeting Andrew and Peter and them, and saying, "Come on, let's go." I want us to try to look at this as a place less filled with answers and more filled with journey and searching and excitement. A place where we struggle and we find ourselves in who Jesus and who God are. So may we all go on an exploration, digging into this and discovering who we're called to be each and every day. May you all be blessed. Look forward to seeing you soon.